Do workouts that you enjoy, then don't. All right, so when you're first starting out your fitness journey, it will help you immensely and increase your chances of success if you do something that you actually enjoy. So, for instance, if you enjoy doing yoga, then go do yoga. If it's CrossFit, go do CrossFit. If you enjoy working with a suspension trainer and that's all you want to do, go do that, right? Even if it's bodybuilding, powerlifting, whatever. If it's more athletic training, you participate in recreational sports, whatever it may be. Whatever it is at that point, do that, right? Especially when you're just starting out. Because what happens is that's actually a better indicator if you're going to reach. It's a better indication of if you reach success with any particular program than it actually shows more than motivation does, right? So motivation will get you started, but it doesn't have staying power. If you're doing something that you actually enjoy, that actually is a better indicator of whether you're going to reach the end of that particular program. And so that's why I say starting off, do something that you enjoy, even if it's just jogging. All right, you enjoy jogging? All right, cool. Go do jogging. Okay. So there are a few benefits to doing this, right? To starting off doing workouts that you actually enjoy. Most important one is it's easier to remain consistent with something that you like to do. I mean, think about it, right? Like we already know this, right? You're more likely to treat something as and build up a habit around something that you enjoy as opposed to not, right? So if you have something that you don't enjoy, it becomes a chore, and that significantly decreases your chances of continuing on with it. So just for consistency's sake, start off doing something that you enjoy. Another benefit is, and this kind of goes back to a previous episode where I told adults to go out and play, right? If you're doing something that you enjoy and these workouts, you're enjoying them, that actually is the same thing as going out and playing, right? And I went over all the benefits. Go back to the episode, listen to it, right? But I went over all the benefits of play for adults. There's cognitive benefits, mental benefits, emotional benefits, actual physical benefits. Like it benefits you greatly. So think about starting a fitness program where you're already trying to improve your actual physical health markers, right? But now you're getting a mental boost out of it as well and an emotional boost out of it. That, again, we're talking about like quadruples your chances of success here, reaching whatever that goal is that you're trying to reach, or at least getting close to it, right? Now, while it's good to start off this way, it is great to start off doing those things that you enjoy. Eventually, you're going to have to switch it up. Okay, now hang with me on this one, because there are benefits to switching it up as well. So doing some of those things, and I don't mean make the entirety of your workouts something that you just do not like to do. Sprinkle it in there a little bit. Okay, now here's why. Our bodies are highly adaptable. So the more you do something, in essence, the lazier your body is going to become, kind of, sort of, right? Your body is always looking for the path of least resistance in doing anything, in existing, right? So if let's just take, you do a lot of CrossFit. That's your jam. That's what you're sticking with. And that's perfectly fine. That's what you enjoy. So you're in a CrossFit program, and you're part of a nice CrossFit gym, whatever it may be, and you do it for 3 years straight, and you're just like, man, I love this stuff so much. I would almost say you're increasing your chances, because your body gets used to these types of movements. So you have to add different flavors to it still while doing CrossFit. But I would even say go outside of CrossFit at that point and find something else. And it might not be as enjoyable, but sprinkle it in there so that your body continues to adapt or grow and change, so it provides a different stimulus to your body for it to do something different. In a lot of cases, that also is preventative in terms of injuries, right? So a lot of injuries that I see nowadays are mainly overuse injuries. You're doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Your body wears out, right? So you have to provide a different stimulus uh, at times, right? It doesn't have to be the entirety of your program. So you could still ideally do CrossFit, but maybe add in a different day or switch out a different day of doing something completely different. Maybe something more for mobility. Maybe something more, I don't know, go do yoga, I guess, right? In fact, actually, well, it's funny. I've seen so many different yoga injuries. And it's like, yeah, I do this every day. And I'm like, that's fine. What else do you do? Is there any other form of resistance training and is there anything else in the mix? No, I just do yoga. And the number one thing I see is people with messed up shoulders, messed up hamstrings, messed up hips. And it's just like, I thought yoga was supposed to prevent that. And it does in a lot of different cases. The problem is you're just doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So these are overuse injuries, and I've seen quite a few dealing with, and it's just, I mean, that part might just be a little anecdotal, right? But I see a lot of that in the yoga world. Now, all you yoga cats don't come at my neck. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. That's what I've experienced. That's what I've seen. And another benefit to doing some of these workouts and doing some of these things that you don't like is because, well, primarily because you don't do it, there's room to grow in that area, most likely, right? But it goes back to another previous episode that I was talking about when I mentioned strategic discomfort, right? This is a prime example of strategic discomfort, that you would basically get uncomfortable on purpose so that you can grow and be better, right? This is a perfect example of that, where you're used to bodybuilding. That's all you do is bodybuilding. I'll never forget. I'll never forget, but I forgot this guy's name, right? That made sense. There's bodybuilders. They've done some crazy things outside of just lifting weights, right? I mean, there were bodybuilders who did ballet. There were bodybuilders who did rec sports. Right? There's bodybuilders that crossed over into powerlifting, and you would think that's the same thing. It's not. It's not. So there's always those things that they kind of branch off into to continue the growth process. That doesn't mean they stop their bodybuilding. They just have a few extra skills and a few extra tools in a toolbox to use for when they come back to bodybuilding. Right? So it benefits you greatly to change it up. To do things, though, specifically that you don't enjoy. Don't make it the entirety of your program, though. But it definitely does. It's that whole idea, again, of strategic discomfort, right? So it's just as simple as starting off doing the stuff you really, really like doing. Do it for a program or two. Switch it up and sprinkle in some other things just to keep you sharp, just to keep you growing, and to make sure that you're not running the risk of injury because of overuse. There's a lot of mental benefits concerning that as well, right? It's like, it's why I cold plunge, right? I don't like it. I still don't like it. And I'm still not that much better at it. But I get there, I do it. It's the mental side. It's the mental stuff that's just like, okay, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing this. I don't like this, but I'm doing it. And once I do it, I'm like, I did that. Cool. All right, we're good. Let's move on, right? There's value in that. There's a lot of value in that. Don't discount that, okay? All right. So if you like this segment, here's another one for you. Click over here. And if you want the entire podcast, go this way. Click on that one right there. And once again, I appreciate you. All right, you take it easy.